Hi everyone, welcome back to Kara's Cricut and Crafts. First of all, I would like to say a big thank you to all my current subscribers. Thank you so much for taking the time to subscribe to my channel, and I truly appreciate your support. So today I'll be showing you how I made this beautiful mug using Cricut Infusible Ink. It was super easy to make, and since it's Mother's Day as very soon, I thought this would be a great gift idea that you would make for someone special. So for this project, I'll be using my Cricut Mug Press, my Cricut Explorer, and some infusible ink sheets. I have the black one here, and I'll also be using the red one, which is actually leftover from one of my Christmas projects. And of course, I will be using my sticky mud. Just make sure that your mud is still nice and clean and sticky. Okay, so in Cricut Design Space, once I click create and then the new project, this will come up and it will take you to the page where you can choose the type of project you want to work on. Since I'm working on a mug, I selected mug decal just to double check. I'm working with a 12-ounce mug. Then I'll click start designing and this page will appear. Okay, now on the right hand side, you'll see an image of the project you're working on. Since I selected mug, the mug template is already there, and then I'll go ahead and type my whatever I want. This is Mama. Now the next thing I want to do is choose a different font. I think the font that I've used before was the BFC Fantasy Connected. Probably pronouncing that wrong, sorry guys. So I'm going to make a few revisions and scroll down to find that font so I can change it to the one that I want. So the next thing I want to mention about the fonts is right now I'm using the Cricut Design Space trial, which costs £1 a month at the moment. However, if you do not have a subscription, you can filter the fonts and choose the free versions available in Cricut Design Space. Okay, all right, so I'm happy with this font. This one is called the BFC Fantasy Connected. Now I'm just going to continue designing my mug the way I want it. Next, I'm going to look for a heart shape. This one is free as well. I'm going to change the color of, to red. And then after that, I'll play around with the design a little bit to see how it will look on the mug. Okay. Now I'm planning to place the design on the right hand side of the mug, but honestly it doesn't really matter at this stage because when I apply it later I can position it exactly where I want it. You might even want to decide to place your design lower down on the mug, and that's completely fine too. So the template you see here is just for preview purposes. It's not necessarily the final placement, although yeah, so far I'm happy with how it looks. Now I'm going to click preview project so I can get a larger preview and see what the design will actually look like on the mug. And I actually like it. That looks really cute, although right now it's showing on the left hand side and I actually wanted it on the right hand side. Yeah, I probably should have done that at the beginning, but it's okay. Now I know what I'm looking for. So I didn't know I was playing around with this and I was like, oh, I could actually have done that at the beginning, but I didn't know. But so as you can see, I have to delete everything, I think, and then place it back. Another great thing is that you can also experiment with different colors in the template. So if you're using a different color mug, you can do that. So if you're using green, purple, yellow, and any other. So for the Infusible ink, I'll stick to black since I'm using that, and red for the heart. For my mug, I'm using I switched the template back to white because that's the mug color I'll actually be using. Now I'm just going to move the design slightly. Honestly, this position part doesn't matter too much because I can always adjust it later when applying it to the mug. So once I'm happy with everything, I will then click make. I'm not going to save this because I already have one saved. I'm cutting this on so just make sure it's still nice and sticky. Before cutting the infusible ink, I actually did a test cut using blank vinyl first just to check the sizing because designs can sometimes look different once they're on a mug. And as you can see, this version, after I changed the font to size 105, then the other one was before I adjusted the size. So to me 105 looks perfect, and that's why doing a text cut is always a good idea. With infusible ink, once you apply the heat to the mug, that's it. you can't really change it up. That's it, you've destroyed your mug. So I always advise you to always do a test cut just before. That's if you're doing something small like this. Okay, now let's go back. So the material I'm using doesn't appear here because I saved something different before. And since the template thinks I'm using a vinyl decal, the infusible ink setting doesn't automatically show up. So what I'm going to do is click browse all materials. Okay, then on the left hand side I will select all materials. At first I tried looking for it in the suggested materials, but it wasn't there. I think that's because the template was set to vinyl decals. Anyway, once I typed in infusible ink, it came up straight away, and luckily I had bookmarked it before. So once you selected, the machine will automatically switch to mirror on, which is exactly what you want. Now I'm going to go ahead and start cutting. And please don't make the same mistake I made. I'll show you the mistake I made later because I accidentally selected more pressure thinking it would cut better. That was definitely not a good idea. So please don't do select more pressure. I'm now placing my black infusible ink on the mud. I know it looks brown right now and you might think, wait, is that really black? But don't worry, once it's heated up, it changes back to its true color as it should be. So if the packaging says black, it will turn black after pressing, even though it might look different color before heating. So at this point I was hoping that my mat was still sticky enough, but honestly it wasn't very sticky anymore because I used it quite a lot, a few times. So that caused a few little imperfections. Also try not to touch the infusible ink too much with your hands because the oils from your fingers can affect the final result once heat is applied. Couldn't find my brayer tool, so instead I used some masking tape or builder's tape to hold the infusible ink in one sheet in one place. Then I went ahead and loaded the mat into the machine to start cutting. Okay, so before cutting, I just want to make sure that my fine point blade is sharp enough. If it isn't, I usually run it through some foil paper just to clean it up a little. Then I will go ahead and load it into the machine to cut. Okay, so as you can see, this is the mistake I made earlier. The design at the bottom was cut using the more pressure setting instead of the default setting, and I don't know what happened there. It completely cut through the design, which is not what you want with infusible ink. And this was my third attempt, and this time I left the setting on default, which I believe worked better. So once the cutting was finished, I carefully removed the sheet from the mat. You actually don't need a weeding tool for this because using one can damage your design. Though I did use a weeding tool at first, and honestly that was a mistake. I should have just peeled it gently, yeah, and carefully by hand. But overall it still turned out okay, and I'm happy with the size. So I'll gently peel this off. And next I went ahead and cut out the red heart as well. Then I peeled away all the excessive material that I didn't need. Always remember to leave the actual design in place and only remove the parts you don't want. Now I have my heat resistant tape ready, so I'm just going to place a few pieces on the side to make them easier to grab later. So before applying the design, I'm going to clean the mug with some rubbing alcohol, and if you have a lint roller, make sure you run it over the mug as well. Just make sure you remove any dust, lint, or any debris. You want the surface to be completely clean before applying the design. So I'm just going to clean it one more time to be on the safer side, and then I'll position my design on the mug exactly where I want it. Be extra careful during this part because placement is really important. So once you're happy with the position, press the design firmly onto the mug. I definitely recommend making sure it's stuck down really well. Press all around the design so it lays flat against the mug. If it's not secured properly, some parts may not transfer evenly when heated. Okay, So after that, I'll use some heat resistant tape to secure everything in place, and I will add a piece at the top and another one around this section and all over the cup in the front. I'm just going to fast forward this part for you because it takes a little bit of time to tape everything down properly. And now we're ready to go. First, make sure you preheat your Cricut Mug Press. So when you switch it on, the light will turn red. Give it a few minutes to heat up, and once it's ready, it will beep and the light will turn green to let you know it's time to insert your mug. Always make sure you do this in a well ventilated area, place, or room. Okay, so when placing the mug into the press, be very careful because the machine gets extremely hot. So I'll place the mug into the mug press and push the lever down to secure it in place. Okay, yeah, so I'll leave that to do its job. Once the so while that's heating up, I'll quickly show you the mug or the template that I made. I actually bought this on this template online after coming across it on Facebook. All you have to do is customize it in Canva or even Cricut Design Specs and transfer your image there, then slice your design into the template. It's very easy. Do let me know if you want a video on that as well. Now just checking on the mug, it's not ready yet. Okay, now that's finished. It beeped and the machine, the green light came on to let me know it was done. So make sure you use a cloth or any heat resistant gloves, and then place it on maybe like a hard surface, not glass, something maybe like a towel, and let it cool down. I probably give it around 10 minutes before touching the design. So once that has completely cooled down, we're ready to peel everything off. So I will start by removing the heat resistant tape at the top and then actually peel away the transfer sheet. So take your time with this step and be as gentle as possible. Wow. Oh my god, there you go, guys. This is so cute. I'm so happy with how this turned out. Wow, you can always personalize your mug with a name, a brand name, anything really you like. Just have fun and get creative with your design. Now I'm going to place the mug into the template packaging. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to film this part, but if you are interested, I'll pop the link to the template in the description box below. And if you would like a full tutorial on how I made the packaging, please let me know and I'll be more than happy to make one for you. I like this packaging because it feels much more creative and personal, and the best part is that you can customize the packaging however you like. So this is the final result, and I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please do let me know in the comments if you learned something, and if you did try it out, then head over to my Facebook page to show me any project that you've made using Infusible Ink, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you, have fun, bye.